hello my lovely people, watchers, subscribers, everybody who's watching this video. Good morning. It's a lovely sunny warm morning, so I've actually been able to do some work in the garden. I'm a bit tired now because I'm not used to it, but those little snowdrops that I just showed you, I put by for a friend who's going to come over and fetch them to put them in her garden. But I'm keeping them outside because they don't like to be warm. So it's really mostly on this side of the garden that I've been working. So I've cleared a lot of the green manure that I had growing in winter, and I know there was yellow mustard and there were some nasturtiums, and that's about all I can remember. I also had a lot of leaves there, so I've collected those up and put them in a bag for composting when I've got room in my compost bag. But I filled that up with all the debris. So this is ready. A little bit of a tickle to sort of, I'm going to get the sides trimmed so I can throw some wildflower seeds down the slope. But a little bit of a tickle, and I will get some carrots in here and maybe some potatoes. I've left these Brussels sprouts because some of them have started growing leaves. That one there, I don't know if you can see, but it's busy going to seed, so I'll have to cut that one off in a bit. But that one's growing some new little leaves as well, and so's that one. So probably tomorrow I'll pick them and we'll have them with our tea. I've left the strawberries pretty much alone because they seem to be okay, but this bed up here I've raked and hoed and raked again, and this green side was getting a bit floppy and collapsy, so I put some long hooks there into the ground and I'm hoping they will hold. And this will be my main potato bed for the main crops. But right at the end of here, I'm going to probably put the little sort of square foot tarpaulin type present I got. Six I believe, maybe 8, but I think it's 6 little square foot containers that are about 8 inches tall. What's that, about 20 centimetres? So that's going to go there because it's, I don't know if you can see, but it's not draining very well, so I thought I might as well put something on there. I've emptied out what was my temporary compost bin. I'm going to let it dry out in the sun, and then it can start being my cold frame for the spring and the summer. I've put these little hoops along the side here because in a couple of weeks I'm crossing my fingers that it's going to work out and we're going to get some wood chips. So I want to protect these borders that I have cultivated and weeded and mulched and fed, so they don't get completely covered in wood chips or walked on by big footed people. So the other thing that I've done is, obviously I've weeded over that and hoed it and raked it, and also I've transferred some broad beans into this row. I still got 8 coming up indoors that will go out probably next week. I don't want them to get used to being inside, so they might even get a little visit to my cold frame. And along here I've also cleared and raked and hoed. I've still got the cabbages to pull up. There are a lot of calendula coming up, which is rather nice. So I'll show you what I've done with those in a minute. So this bag of compost is absolutely full now, so I'm not going to take the top off to show you, and that's half full now, and it's mostly partially rotted leaves and weeds and such like, so it'll probably go in a new compost bag when I come to empty all of these. So yes, I've got some finishing off to do for that bed, and I'm looking forward to these paths being done, because this path is very squelchy and muddy at the moment. It's not as slippery as it has been, because it's not rained as torrentially over the last few days, which is rather nice. So as I walk along here, again you can look down to there. I'm wanting to trim all of that and rake it over, and then sow lots of wildflower seeds down there. And during the week I intend to do some work on tidying up the side near the wall. And as I go down the slope, I did find some little baby calendula, and I've put them here for now to add a bit of colour to the path as I'm walking up the slope. I believe these are tulips, and they are coming up, and actually I see one there and one there as well. So the other thing that I've done is cut back the buddleia. I don't think I've done it enough, so I would appreciate advice on this. Because it's on the slope and behind the hedge, I don't know whether I should leave it that high or cut it down. I'm used to cutting it right down to about 2 or 3 feet, but that was on a flat surface. So what do you think? Anyway, happy gardening everybody, and I hope that you're getting the opportunity to go out and about as well. Bye for now.